Genesis 6 describes extreme corruption and violence on earth, causing God to regret creating humanity and resolve to send a global flood. Amidst this, Noah is found righteous, leading God to command him to build a massive ark to save his family and pairs of every animal. The sons of God and daughters of men. A mysterious union occurs where sons of God take daughters of men as wives, producing a Nephilim, or mighty men of old. Wickedness and judgment. Human wickedness grows so profound that every intention of the heart is evil, filling the earth with violence. God regrets creating mankind and vows to wipe them out. Noah's righteousness. Amidst total corruption, Noah finds favor in God's eyes, described as righteous and blameless in his generation. The ark instructions. God warns Noah of the coming flood and instructs him to build a massive, pitch-covered ark to save his family and pairs of animals. Implementation. Noah obeys God completely, beginning the long process of building the ark and gathering provisions. This chapter sets the stage for the flood, emphasizing the contrast between human wickedness and God's grace shown to the righteous. Genesis 7 details the fulfillment of God's judgment through a global flood as Noah, his family, and pairs of every animal enter the ark to escape destruction. God shuts them in, and for 40 days and 40 nights, rain falls, and the fountains of the deep break open, covering the highest mountains. Preparation. God instructs Noah to bring 7 pairs of clean animals and 1 pair of unclean animals into the ark. The flood begins. 7 days after entering, the flood commences, and the Lord shuts him in. Duration and scope. The rain lasts for 40 days and 40 nights, and the waters cover the earth for 150 days. Destruction. All living, air-breathing things on dry land die, sparing only those inside the ark. This chapter emphasizes God's justice, holiness, and the preservation of life through the obedience of Noah. Genesis 8 details the end of the great flood as God causes the waters to recede, allowing the ark to rest on Mount Ararat. Noah tests the dry land with a raven and a dove. After about a year, Noah and his family exit the ark, and God promises never again to destroy all life with a flood. The water recedes. God sends a wind over the earth, stopping the fountains of the deep and the rain. The ark comes to a rest on the mountains of Ararat in the 7th month. Testing the land. Noah sends out a raven, then a dove, to check for dry land. The dove returns with an olive leaf, signifying that vegetation has returned. Finally, the dove does not return, indicating the land is dry. Exiting the ark. After over a year inside, God instructs Noah, his family, and all the animals to leave the ark. Worship and covenant. Noah builds an altar and offers sacrifices. In response, God promises to never again curse the ground or destroy all living creatures with a flood. The promise of seasons. God guarantees that for as long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Genesis 9 details God's post-flood covenant with Noah, blessing him to repopulate the earth, allowing meat consumption, and establishing capital punishment for murder. God promises never to destroy the earth again with a flood, sealing this covenant with a rainbow. Finally, it records Noah's drunkenness and the subsequent cursing of Canaan. The covenant and new commandment. God instructs Noah to be fruitful and multiply, grants permission to eat meat, but prohibits consuming blood, highlighting the sanctity of life. Sanctity of human life. Murder is strictly prohibited, as humans are created in God's image. The rainbow promise. God establishes a covenant with Noah and all living creatures, promising never again to destroy all flesh by flood, using the rainbow as a sign of this pledge. Noah's drunkenness and prophecy. Noah plants a vineyard, becomes drunk, and lies exposed. His son Ham sees his nakedness, leading to a curse upon Ham's son, Canaan, while Shem and Japheth are blessed. Significance. Genesis 9 marks a new beginning for humanity, establishing a new moral order where God commands humanity to respect life and promises to protect the earth from a global, total destruction.